Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today, we're diving into Chapter 15 of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, titled The Goblin's Revenge. This chapter thrusts us into a harrowing and emotional turning point as the trio's fragile safety is shattered, leading to chaos, injury, and a tragic loss that forever alters their journey. The story opens with Harry, Ron, and Hermione still camping and on edge after Ron's departure. The tension between the remaining two is palpable, the absence of Ron hangs heavy over them. They continue searching for clues about the Horcruxes, but their efforts are fruitless, and despair begins to grow. The Locket Horcrux continues to have a draining effect on their spirits, amplifying their sense of hopelessness. As they move from one hiding place to another, Hermione begins reading the life and lies of Albus Dumbledore again, troubled by the dark hints about Dumbledore's past. Harry, meanwhile, finds himself torn between anger and admiration for Dumbledore, struggling to understand why the late headmaster entrusted him with so little information. The book deepens their doubts but also hints that Grindelwald and Dumbledore's shared history might hold a key to finding the Deathly Hallows, though they don't yet know it. One night, while keeping watch, Harry sees figures approaching their campsite. He wakes Hermione, and they quickly prepare to flee, but before they can disapparate, they're ambushed. The attackers are Snatchers, bounty hunters working for the Ministry and the Death Eaters. Hermione, quick-thinking as ever, casts a protective charm to disguise Harry's features, swelling and bruising his face to hide his identity. The Snatchers, a rough, ragged group led by Scabier and including the notorious Fenrir Greyback, close in. Hermione tries to bluff that they are mudbloods and muggleborns on the run, but the Snatchers remain suspicious. They search the group's belongings and discover the sword of Gryffindor, which instantly grabs their attention. Harry recognizes that they're in grave danger. The Goblin Griphook, who's with them, identifies the sword as the real one from Gringotts, and that sparks arguments among the captors. In the chaos, the Snatchers begin arguing about what to do. Scabier wants to take them to the Malfoy Manor, a dangerous decision since that's where Voldemort's inner circle operates. Hermione and Harry try to protest, but their words fall on deaf ears. To make matters worse, Greyback, who's vicious and unpredictable, is clearly enjoying their fear. Suddenly, Voldemort's name is spoken, and as they now know, saying it breaks magical protections. The instant the name Voldemort is uttered, the taboo triggers, revealing their location to nearby Death Eaters. The air around them crackles with magic as they're surrounded and captured. It's a crushing blow. The trio, already weakened and demoralized, are completely at the mercy of their enemies. Before being taken away, they realize that they've been betrayed by the very magic they've relied upon for communication and caution. The Goblin's Revenge of the title refers not just to Griphook's sharp words and distrust toward wizards, but also to the chaos unleashed by the Snatchers' greed and Voldemort's forces' tightening grip. The chapter ends on a chilling cliffhanger as the Snatchers drag Harry, Hermione, and their companions toward Malfoy Manor. Harry's scar burns with unbearable pain, a sign that Voldemort is elated, perhaps sensing that he's about to reclaim something he desperately desires. The trio's journey has taken a dark, dangerous turn, and from this moment on, the stakes will rise higher than ever before. Key moments in the chapter include the growing despair and tension between Harry and Hermione after Ron's departure, Hermione's continued reading of Rita Skeeter's book, revealing troubling details about Dumbledore, the sudden ambush by Snatchers, highlighting the constant danger of the Wizarding War, Hermione's quick disguise spell to conceal Harry's identity, the discovery of the Sword of Gryffindor by the Snatchers, the accidental use of Voldemort's name, breaking their protective enchantments, the trio's capture and the ominous journey toward Malfoy Manor. Differences between the book and the movie. In the Deathly Hallows, Part 1 film, this sequence is merged with later scenes, altering the pacing. The book's version includes far more tension and explanation about how the taboo works, the magical trap set on Voldemort's name, and how it directly leads to their capture. In the film, the Snatchers' chase is portrayed as a fast-paced pursuit through the woods, with less emphasis on the underlying magic or emotional toll. The book also develops Griphook's role more deeply, foreshadowing his importance in the Gringotts heist. That wraps up Chapter 15, The Goblin's Revenge. This chapter marks the beginning of one of the darkest stretches in Deathly Hallows, as the trio's mission falters and danger closes in. The capture at the end sets the stage for the terrifying events at Malfoy Manor. Which moment from this chapter hit you the hardest, Hermione's quick thinking, or the shock of the capture? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for Chapter 16, The Malfoy Manor.